Hello, folks, and welcome to the channel. You're probably here because you want to learn how to do some 3D modeling, and I'm going to show you how to do that on a program called Onshape. When I was growing up, all we had was something called Google SketchUp, which was all very good for concept architecture and interior design. But when it came to actually making things that you wanted to look accurate and you wanted to look good and you wanted to do cool stuff with, it didn't really have the scope for that. So, ever since moving to a new engineering college that I'm a current teacher at, I'm going to tell you why Onshape is great and what it can do for you. So, before we jump into it, whether you're a student, hobbyist, engineer, or whether you're just interested in making stuff, designing stuff, this is going to be the software for you. It's free. Um, it's cloud based. It is essentially just a website. So all you need to do is go ahead and make an account, and you're in. Um, and you don't need to save things on it. It will store everything automatically in this panel here. Um, the one thing I will warn you about is that everything you do on Onshape is public design. It's geared towards collaboration. So whatever you make, someone else can look at. Whatever someone else looks at, you can look at, download, modify. And that's just a word of warning in case anyone is looking into doing some freelance entrepreneuring with some of the things on here. That's certainly a viable pathway to go down. But just be aware that whatever you make on Onshape is not, strictly speaking, public domain. Okay, so once you've made an account, you can pause the video at any point if you're not keeping up. This is the page, or you'll have a very similar page to this. This is where all your projects live. So you'll see I've got loads and loads and loads and loads. Um, you might not have any yet. That's absolutely fine. We're going to get you started soon. So I'm just going to show you some of the projects that I've done. This is one of our sixth form projects we used to. This is a hand sanitizer dispenser. Um, I'm hoping it moves. There we go. It's got a little foot pedal, a bit like a lift up bin. And you press the foot pedal down, and the bottle here will be squeezed, and liquid will come out. What else we got? Got some Beyblades somewhere. If you remember, I mean, this is probably back in my day, not yours, but we used to play with spinning tops. There you go. Um, and you can make this of lots of different parts, put it together, and I actually ended up 3D printing a series of these. It took about half an hour each. Um, what else have we got? Lightsabers. In the real world, this software is used. There you go. Things like robotics, product design, furniture. So you're going to be using the same tools that all those industries use in the real world. Okay. Um, What we're going to do now is, you might not have anything here. We're going to put a fix to that. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this button here, this big blue button that says Create in the top right-hand corner, top left-hand corner. And you're going to create a new document, and you're going to call it something like new or practice or beginner. I'm going to call it practice session. Once you've named it, you're going to click Create, and this is going to take you to your design screen. So it might just take a second. And we're not actually going to make anything in this video, but what I am going to do is talk you around um, the layout and what you need to know before we start. Here we go. It's just taking a moment to load up. Okay, so once you've got your project up, you're going to be faced with these three squares. And one of them says front, one of them says top, and one of them says right. These are called planes. Now, in Onshape, how it works, to make a 3D object, you first need to make a 2D object. And once you've got a closed 2D shape, I'm going to go into what closed means in a minute. Once you've got a closed 2D shape, you can do all sorts of things with it to make that 3D and bring that to life and make it look like the thing that you want to make. To do that, I don't know what it's doing here. Just give it a second. To do that, like when you're drawing a manual drawing on paper, if you've got a pen and you're just waving your pen in the air, it's not going to do anything because you need that surface to draw on. That is why we've got these planes. I'm just going to go back and see if we can sort that out. Here we go. We've got the planes back. So what I need to do first, I need to choose which one of these flat surfaces I want to start a sketch on. I'm going to start it on the front. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the front plane, and it should go orange. If you want to maneuver yourself or navigate yourself around the page, if you click and hold your right mouse button and move your mouse, you will notice that you can rotate and pan around so that you can see different angles. I can also do that by viewing this box here. I can click the arrows, I call it the compass, I'm not sure what it's actually called, but you can click, you can rotate, you can get different views, and if I click on either the front, the top, or any of these six sides of this dice looking object, it's going to normalize me to that face. So if I, for example, I click it, if I want to deselect something, I just click in this white space here. I want to look down at the top face now, I want to draw a sketch on the top plane. I click top, and it normalizes me to that top face. I can also do that by clicking, and this is my preferred way of doing that. If I click a plane and press the letter N on your keyboard, it will just zoom me around to face it. Scrolling, like it is on most things nowadays, middle mouse button. If I want to zoom in, just scroll in, and if I want to zoom out, just zoom out. Okay, that's all we're going to go through in this video. We're going to start sketching in the next video, and I'm going to teach you how to draw some basic 2D shapes. Make sure we know what sort of shapes will work and what sort of shapes won't. And then once we've done that, we'll be ready to add some dimensions and make our first 3D object.